Muted. Hey, I muted myself. Good morning, everybody. I'm talking to myself. How are you doing today? I'm glad you are jumping on and say hi. I won't know you're there unless you comment. I'd love to connect with you. This is Mike Cook coming to you live from Central Missouri. Good morning to all the Patriots. Today is October 27th, 2020. It is a cold, brisk, snowy day in Central Missouri, which is not normal for this time of year, but it is 2020, the year the conspiracy theory became reality. I hope you are doing fine today. I just wanted to go live real quick and talk about and congratulate Hillary Clinton on her birthday yesterday. It was her birthday yesterday. Such a beautiful, caring, wonderful person. And you know that even though she didn't quite make it to be president, darn the luck, she still can celebrate a birthday with America. And America gave her a wonderful, wonderful gift. I think it's just great that on Hillary Clinton's birthday, America gave her the gift of putting a strong, courageous, exciting, very, very smart woman of power in the Supreme Court to replace Justice Ginsburg. Amy Coney Barrett, whatever her name is now a Supreme Court justice, and she was passed by the Senate on Hillary Clinton's birthday. I know that she's got to be elated, Hillary Clinton, that a strong woman. I mean, she's fought for women's rights. She's received the Margaret Sanger Award. You got to look up who Margaret Sanger was. She got to be excited that this strong woman is now on the Supreme Court. I mean, what a better thing could there be than a strong woman on the Supreme Court? You know, we could get all the women's issues that she's going to get to rule on. Hillary Clinton's got to be elated. Well, she's not, of course, because this is the wrong kind of strong woman. She's a winner. That's why Trump picked her, because she's a winner. See, Amy Coney Barrett is an American lawyer, jurist, and former academic who is currently serving as Associate Justice to the Supreme Court of the United States. She was born she was sworn in October 26, 2020. By fellow Justice Clarence Thomas, and at the South Lawn of the White House. Prior to the confirmation of the Supreme Court, she served as a judge on the United States Court of Appeals for the Seventh Circuit from 2017 to 2020. President Donald Trump nominated her to the Seventh Circuit on May 8, 2017, and she was confirmed by the Senate on October 31st, 2017. Before and while serving on the federal bench, she was a professor of law at Notre Dame Law School, where she taught civil procedure, constitutional law, and statutory interpretation. On September 26, 2020, Trump announced his intention to nominate Barrett to succeed Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the Supreme Court. She was confirmed last night on Hillary Clinton's birthday. Congratulations to Hillary Clinton. Happy birthday. She's also a mother of 7 children, 2 of which are minorities that she adopted from some hellhole somewhere and gave them a great life. She's a Christian. She's a mother. She's brilliant. And I can't be more excited. But this is why, you got all the Democrats. They're blowing up on the internet right now. Twitter is a buzz. They're going nuts. It's absolutely insane what's going on. They cannot believe that they've lost the court. You see, there was a decision about a week ago that allowed Pennsylvania to continue counting their votes after the election for 3 days. So if Pennsylvania, for example, needs 500,000 votes for Joe Biden to win, they have 3 days to find those votes, wherever they can find them. And so it's just it's gave them the right to cheat. Well, the Supreme Court ruled about a week ago in a 4-4 decision, because there was only 8 justices, that sent it back down to the lower courts, and the lower court said they could do it. Now we have a strong constitutional conservative woman who believes first in the rule of law. She believes that her opinion doesn't matter, that what the law says matters. That means the laws on the books today matter more than her personal opinion. She is not an activist judge. She's a originalist judge, meaning what the original law said is what the original law meant. If there's another lawsuit regarding this, say, I don't know, the day after the election when all hell is breaking loose, the courts will now rule 5-4. Or she will now give cover to the people who have bought and paid for Justice Roberts. Did I say that out loud? And he might just go back and, vote his with the Constitution. And so you might have a 6-3 decision. What's going to happen? The Democrats know, regardless of what the polls are saying, and the MSNBC and CNN shouting how Trump can't win. They did that once already, and it didn't work out for them. They know this. They know that Joe Biden is the weakest candidate they've ever put forward. They know. I mean, they put a lid on his campaign for the rest of the week. He's hiding in the basement. One of the greatest lines I've ever heard our president say the other day, yesterday, he was going from place to place, doing his campaigns all over the country. And in between, one of the media types shouted out, Joe Biden said that, let me get it right. Joe Biden said that I forget how he said it. I'm blowing it out the water. I'm having a Joe Biden moment. Now, Joe Biden said that you've given up on the coronavirus. That's what it was. Joe Biden said you've given up on the coronavirus. Trump turned around, looked at the reporter, and said, Joe Biden's given up on life. He's just hiding in the basement. We can't sit around and wait for everybody to die. We've got to go on with life. I think that was one of the best comebacks. It's going to get overlooked. The media is not going to talk about it, but that's it. Joe Biden is the give up on life presidential nominee. My pastor this weekend, he did a real good sermon at the church, and he was preaching on courage. And he was talking about how you have a choice. You could have a choice in a time of trouble to take courage or take fear. And he was talking about how, in courage, you look forward to the next day. In courage, you stand up and fight. In courage, you're able to see the future. But in fear, you will hide from tomorrow. You hide in the basement. You're unable to see the future because of the fears of the past. And if you think back to the last debate, Joe Biden was talking about the dark winter that's coming. He was talking about how you're going to have family members that are missing, that the kitchen table is going to be an empty chair, and that people are going to roll over and reach for their loved one in the bed and they won't be there. Oh, the fear. Oh, the agony. And Donald Trump was talking about next year is going to be the greatest year we've ever had. We're going to come out of this thing hard charging. The economy is going to be great. That we're going to get in the next few weeks. We're going to get the vaccine. We're going to get past this virus. We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to defeat everything that's coming at us because we're Americans. We can do. We can do this. And that was a perfect example of living in fear and living in courage. Donald Trump is living in courage. He's like, it's not over. It's only the beginning. We can do better. We can move on. We can get through this. And Joe Biden is, you can't. You can't. Hide in the basement. We all have to wear masks. He will mandate masks forever. We all have to We have to shut everything down. We have to keep us from this virus because we're all going to die. And it's a total difference between the two of them. And let me tell you that the Democrats know that they cannot win, that they're going to get destroyed in the Electoral College. They're hoping and praying that they can pull out enough cheating votes in states like California and New York, where they control the apparatus, to get the popular vote up enough that they can start fighting in the streets to overturn this election. And they were hoping and praying in order to have a Supreme Court that would rule in their favor so that they could win this election in the courts. That's why they didn't want this nomination. That's why they wanted Trump to just delay it. Because they own that court. They own Judge Roberts, making it a 4-4 decision, which means that they can get a lower court to rule that Donald Trump isn't president. Because whatever reason, because Russia, whatever reason they come up with, and it goes to the Supreme Court and they get a 4-4 decision and reverts back to the lower court. That's what they were hoping for. But this nomination destroys all that. It puts in doubt their plan to steal this election through riots and deceit, because they'll be able to shut it down by anything that they come up with, any count continuing they come up with, by anything they say, by changing the rules of the game midstream that goes before the Supreme Court. It's more likely going to be shut down because the Supreme Court's going to say, no, you can't change, because there's already precedent set that says you can't change the rules midstream. You got to go with the rules that were laid out that say that the 3rd is the date and no further. That's why, I mean, this is the gig right here. And the other thing is that these justices that Trump's appointed all young, they're going to be on this court for a long time. They're going to have an opportunity to change the direction of this country back to freedom, away from totalitarianism, away from Hillary Clinton's dream of progressivism. Hillary Clinton, on her birthday yesterday, and I know she really enjoys the deplorables, giving her the best birthday present that the deplorables could ever have in a new Supreme Court justice. I know she enjoys it. I know it just makes her happy and all warm and fuzzy on the inside. But Hillary Clinton, by her own words, early 20th century progressive, has embarked her entire career on destroying the American Constitution. She hates the Constitution. She hates this country as it's founded. Early 20th century progressive, remind you that the National Socialist Party of America in 1950 changed their name to the Progressive Party of America. It's not that she's a national socialist, because they don't like the national part. It's that she's a socialist. See, a national socialist believes in their country first. They're just socialists. They believe in totalitarian power, especially when they're the ones in power. A democratic socialist believes that we should have that same totalitarian power. You just steal it in the elections, make it look legit. You hand out balloons and stuff like that. Everybody gets ice cream, at least till ice cream's gone. Then only the bigwigs get the ice cream. You got to understand the gravity of the greatness of this moment. The world is about to change. Trump's going to win in a landslide. He's not going to be able to be stopped in the courts because he just dammed that breach up. You've got so many titanic shifts happening right now. Do you guys realize that Ice Cube has endorsed Trump? Many of my friends and my counterparts and people younger than me, you might recognize Ice Cube as an actor. Played in several movies. Might even remember that he was a rapper at one time. Might even remember that he was in a group called NWA, or African American Heritage People with Attitudes. Might even remember that. But what's so important about that endorsement is that Ice Cube is the guy who wrote the song, the theme song to Black Lives Matter, the song F the Police. That was Ice Cube's song in NWA. He wrote it. He made it happen. And he's endorsing Donald Trump for president of the United States because Joe Biden blew him off. He had an idea. Joe Biden blew him off. Trump took a look at it, said, hey, it's a good idea. Let's do it. It's about helping the inner city Black communities, which is a noble concept, and I don't have any problem with any of that. If we can help somebody, help them. But what blows me away is how one by one across this country, people, minorities, people who I saw a TikTok video of a gal. She says, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, I've been a Democrat my whole life. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. And she holds up a voted sticker and says, I voted for Trump. And I voted for Trump because of what those emails say Biden did. And we can't trust him. One by one, people are waking up and realizing where our country is right now. The decision that's laid before us of courage and hope and destiny, and we can do it, and we can succeed, and we can win, and we can defeat the coronavirus, and we can defeat the bad economy, and we can turn things around, and we can be successful, and we can win. And the other choice of we're going into a dark winter. More and more people are going to die. You got to wear a mask. You got to social distance. You got to hide in a basement. And we got to shut everything down. We got to destroy the economy. We got to get to a level playing field with the rest of the world because America's had too much for too long, and we've got to take it away. And that's our choice, really. Where do you stand? You may not like Trump. I get it. I don't like Trump. I was watching TV this morning on Fox, and they were interviewing undecided voters, which I don't believe there are any. If you haven't decided by now, you're probably not going to vote. But this guy said he was a libertarian, and he's leading towards Biden. Let me tell you something, libertarian friends out there. If you're a libertarian and you're leaning towards Biden, you're not a libertarian. For a libertarian, the choice is between Trump and the libertarian candidate. Libertarians don't believe in big government. They believe in small government. Oh, but Joe Biden's for gay marriage. Libertarians don't believe in gay marriage. They don't believe government should be involved in marriage. That's a libertarian. Oh, I want marijuana. Libertarians don't believe that you should be able to get a permit to buy marijuana, which is what the Democrats want to do. They believe the government should not be involved in marijuana. So if you're libertarian and you're leaning towards Biden, you're not a libertarian. Check yourself. I'm just saying. That's not the choice. You might vote for the libertarian candidate, America. Or you might vote for Trump. But you're not going to vote for Biden if you're a libertarian. It's just that simple. That's the way it is. The question I have for you today, have you voted yet? You know, you can go down to the Pettis County courthouse right now. Maybe if you're not living in Missouri or Pettis County, do they have voting where you are? Have you voted yet? Go vote. Go down to the courthouse and do your patriotic duty. If you can't do it now, go out and vote on the day of. But you got to go vote. And the choice is hope. The choice is courage. The choice is strength. Or the choice is doom and gloom. Just think back to when Joe Biden was vice president. And they kept saying this was as good as it's ever going to be. It can't get any better than this. The economy can't get any better. The healthcare can't get any better. The government can't get any better. You can't get any better. This is it. They were saying that the dominance of America is over. It's time to accept our position in the world. That's who Joe Biden is. So get out there and vote. Got a few days left. We're going to change America. We're going to take it back. And we're going to take the House. Nancy Pelosi will no longer be Speaker of the House. We're going to keep the Senate. We're going to take the presidency. We've got the courts. Big things are about to happen. God bless America, and God bless all of you watching me. You guys have a great day.